If you're over 50 and want to lose over 50 pounds with no drugs, no hunger pains, no weights, no problems, I'm Lamar. This is Blue Haired Fitness, and this channel is for you. So please subscribe. Today, I'm going to go over my Week 7 stats, my week in review. Generally, I review my week on a Sunday, and this is the first time I'm ever doing it for the channel. Normally, it's something that I do on my own, but I figured it would be helpful to you to see what I do, how I evaluate my progress, what numbers I track, stuff like that. So, without further ado, we're going to jump in, and I will try to make this as exciting as possible without pomp and circumstance. So the first thing you should know is there's a few mechanisms I use. So I always have my Garmin watch on, and so I track. A lot of my stats are through the Garmin Connect app. I use My Net Diary to track my eating. So a lot of the data for the calorie intake comes from the My Net Diary website, whatever. And then I do some independent tracking because I like to do my forecasting on my own, and I don't like mixing the two algorithms. So I will take my calories in from My Net Diary. I'll take my calories out from Garmin, and then I do the other calculations on my own for my calorie deficit and my predictions. So I'll give you those at the end, and let's just jump into it. So let's see, from My Net Diary, I was traveling Monday. So I was traveling Monday. I ended up doing a fast of 36 hours, 20 hours, 18, and 16 hours. So this is for the week starting June the 7th and ending June the 13th. So that 36-hour fast started Sunday morning, which was June the 7th. I ate breakfast that morning. I didn't eat again for the rest of the day. And then I had to travel the next day. It was just a quick trip there and back. So I ended up having dinner Monday night. So that 36-hour fast was from Sunday morning to Monday afternoon. Wasn't hungry at all. The only reason I ate is because I do need to keep my protein up because I do so much walking. And I just decided, well, I might as well just have some dinner. And then again, I wasn't hungry. That 20-hour fast was from Monday night until the next evening, Tuesday, and then it was the same thing, 18, and then there was a 16-hour fast. And the 18 and 16-hour fasts were really incidental. They just happened to happen because of how I eat and my eating patterns. But that will tie into the calorie deficit that I have for the week, which I'll talk about later on. So My Net Diary sends you an email every week as long as you complete your meal. So when you put in your meals, there's a screen, there's a little button that I think is kind of hidden, to be honest with you. It says complete the day. If you complete the day, it will use those calculations and add those into your report for the end of the week. If you don't, it'll say, please complete your meals if you want, a more detailed analysis or something like that. So I try to make sure I always complete my week. I did this week. It calculates that I am losing at a rate of 2.5 kilograms a week, but it won't give you a forecast for anything over 1 kilogram a week. But that's what it's calculating that I'm losing. And I'll get into my forecast later because, like I said, I do those myself. From Garmin, looks like I had 128,504 steps for the week and traveled 109.67 kilometers. So that's Garmin's calculation of my steps, and then it converts into kilometers for me. And your steps would be different because I wear my watch all the time, and I turn on the walking workout, the hiking workout. I turned it on. I never use it. I always use walking. Anyway, my Garmin is highly calibrated for my stride length. So the numbers might be different for you if you're doing the same thing, if you're taking your steps and trying to calculate the distance. But for me, I've been doing this how many ever 41 days? I'd have to look. Anyways, whatever 7 full weeks and 2 days is. So the Garmin has calculated my stride length very well. So it's pretty accurate with how much distance I walk. That averaged out to 16,999, it says. That's what I wrote down, so that's what I must have seen. So I averaged just under 17,000 steps a day for the week. My heart rate variance, which was a problem in the beginning of the month, I think I told you, I went for that walk. I ended up being dehydrated. It was a confluence of events that led my heart rate variance to drop. It has rebounded significantly, especially this week. Saturday was bad, but looking at Sunday through all the rest of the week, it was really good. So my 7-day trailing heart rate variance looks very good. Let's see. Predictions and deficits. So my total calorie deficit for the week, by my estimate, was 18,077 kilocalories. That averaged 2,582 kilocalories per day deficit. So that's high, but it's not unusual, not for me, and it's especially not unusual if I'm fasting, because when I come out of a fast, I tend not to eat too much. Coming out of fast and eating a lot is really uncomfortable. So I have to pick and choose when I come out of a fast if I'm going to have, a meal, or am I going to have one of my smoothies with my avocado. But generally I don't have both. So coming out of a fast, I generally don't eat very much. And then you combine that with the fast, I end up with a high caloric deficit for the day, which is fine because my body runs on ketones anyway. So I'm always burning fat. But I think that especially the 36 and the 20-hour fast really contributed to the higher average daily deficit. Overall, since I started on April 28th, my daily deficit is 2,152. So over the course of that entire time frame, I have an average daily deficit of 2,152. And that, when you do the math on that, that has me hitting my goal weight right around the 3rd week of September. So when you do the math, if I'm going to go down to 93 kilograms, that's like mid-September. 90 kilos is late September. So I say the 3rd week in September, I'll be in the range where I want to be, and I'll start making adjustments to probably my eating. I'm not going to adjust my walking, like I'm not going to walk less. Between now and then, I do need to implement my yoga, get back to my upper body training. So there'll be some changes and fluctuations in there between now and then. But that was the week. The week was good. No problems, no injuries, no illnesses. Everything was good. So those are my numbers. On track for the end of September. My birthday is the 3rd week in October, so it'll be a good birthday. So that's week 7 of Blue Hair Fitness. And if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you want to know how I'm doing it, subscribe, but also comment, like, all that stuff, and I'll get back to you.